Okay, I've been thinking a lot about, I've been thinking a lot after my last videos, and, you know, about how I've talked about feeling lost and about not knowing who I am. And I've gotten a lot of really positive comments about, taking this as an opportunity to reinvent myself, and that this is a good thing. I can really find out who I am. And I really, really appreciate those comments. They've been super helpful, and they've made me feel a little bit better. Also, knowing that I'm not the only person my age going through this, it's also helpful. I also know I can't find myself by just sitting around waiting, doing nothing. Like I need to take action, and I need to try new things, try different things, try multiple things, even if they don't work, to just keep trying. I know it doesn't have to be perfect. Everything doesn't need to work out perfectly. I just have to have some sort of plan, some sort of direction, and at least start and try to do something. For anybody that doesn't know, my living situation is I had a really good job and lost that a couple of years ago. And at the time, I was the one supporting my son, my daughter-in-law, and my granddaughter. And then I was the one kind of taking care of everybody else and helping everybody else. And I lost that job. And then to pay bills and stuff, I sold my car. And so I basically became unemployed, no car. My son fortunately got a good job, and he's been able to purchase a home, and so I'm living with them now, and just trying to help out where I can. I do DoorDash for extra money, and I've been doing that. I've had some other temporary kind of jobs that didn't work out as well as I would like to have them to have done, and or because of transportation issues, I wasn't able to, stay with the job. So I'm trying to do things that I can do without transportation. So I've been doing DoorDash. Obviously, I need a car for that, especially where I live. But I use my son's car when he's not using it, and that brings me in some money so that I can help them pay bills and also buy the things that I need, like clothes and food and whatever. Which I don't need much, but obviously I gotta eat. So let's see. I also have been selling crochet. I do crochet as a hobby, but also I have some crochet items on Facebook Marketplace, and I've sold some on Etsy, although my Etsy shop is closed right now because it got really overwhelming during the holidays, and I had to refund a few orders that I did not have the time to make, and so my Etsy shop is a little on the negative side, so I've got to actually owe Etsy money, so I've got to pay that. It's not very much, but I'm gonna have to pay that back before I can open my Etsy shop again. I just want, I have some stuff on Facebook Marketplace, but it just doesn't sell very well because I just have it as like a local pickup thing right now. And I'm still looking for part-time work that I can do that's either within walking distance of where we live, or something I can do when my son is not at work. he works 12-hour shifts, so I only have maybe a 10 or 11-hour window of time when I can actually use the car to work. So I'm looking for that, something like that I could do part-time in that time frame, or something that I could walk to potentially, which would be better. I am overweight and 53. Otherwise, I'm in pretty good health. Walking is getting harder. I have a little bit of tendonitis in my knees, and standing on my feet for a long period of time gets pretty painful. So what I can do is slightly limited from what I used to be able to do. But, I'm trying not to overthink it. So, instead of overthinking, this is my plan for now. I'm trying to change my mindset. I'm trying to think action over perfection. I'm a perfectionist. It's very hard for me to fail at things or for it not to work. But, I'm trying to get out of that mindset where everything doesn't have to be perfect. It can be, as long as I'm doing something, taking some kind of action. And that even, small things, little small steps count, right? So everything that I'm doing is positive in the direction that I want to go toward my goal of becoming independent again. And I'm trying to realize that it's okay to not have it all figured out. It's very hard for me because I want to have the answer to everything, but I'm trying to change my mindset. So as long as I'm taking some actions, even small steps, and that it's okay that I don't have it all figured out. My plan going forward is to continue to DoorDash when I can for income, to pay back Etsy and try to get my Etsy shop going again, even if it's just with a few small items, but to do it the right way. So I have to build up the stock and just sell what I have in stock instead of doing made to order, which was why my Etsy shop got really overwhelming over the holidays, over Christmas and stuff last year. It just became too much because I was doing made to order when I should not have been, and I got more orders than I could make. So this time I'm starting to slowly build up a stock of items so that they are already made, and if somebody purchases them, I can just immediately ship them out and be done. And then just have more time to remake those items, those colors, those variations, whatever. I'm also going to take YouTube more seriously. I've had YouTube channels in the past, different things, but I think I picked niches that were too complicated. Either filming was too complicated, or the editing process was too much. Things took too long, and I got burned out really easy, or I'm trying to do too many videos and getting burned out way too fast and then just quitting. But I'm going to take it really super seriously this time. I'm going to do one video a week for now so that I don't get burned out. And I'm going to really research and try to improve on filming, editing, thumbnails, all that. It's going to be a simple channel. It's not going to be super complicated because I'm not good at graphic design and video editing, but I want to try to improve my skills. And if I can do this long term, it could become a full-time income and something that I can do independently from anywhere, without needing a car or going to a physical job. And I'm gonna continue to look for a part-time job if I can find one, and try to build something where I can be more independent. things that scare me. I'm really scared that nothing I'm doing is going to work, that I'm not going to come up with the money that I need to be independent again. And my living situation is temporary. I can't live with them forever. They need the room. So I have to get out on my own, and it's scary because I can't, am I too old to do YouTube? Am I too old to DoorDash? Like, am I getting too old? Where am I going to get this money from? I have a lot of fears about this. Am I going to end up on the street in a homeless shelter? I have 2 other children, but they're not in a position to take me in either. I don't know if any of this will work, but I'm going to try to do it anyway. I invite you to follow along on my journey. I don't know, I don't know if any of this will work out. But I'm going to keep trying new things. So I'm going to do the door dashing just to have money coming in, and then continue to work on this YouTube channel. I'm going to continue to look for a part-time job. I have never heard back from the store that I applied to a couple of weeks ago, that I turned in an application for. It's a very small store, very close to where I live. 10-minute walk would have been perfect. It's like 3 days a week. Would still allow me to work, to DoorDash and work on this YouTube channel. I'm really hoping this channel will take off at some point, even though I know it could take years. I'm going to keep working on it until I can't for whatever reason. But yeah, if you're also trying to figure life out, you're not alone. And I know I'm not alone. And we'll figure this out together.